Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here together on the most amazing, super fantastic, intelligent, downloadable, embracing, engaging, encouraging, super soulful, grounded, and connected Sunday. Yes, we have made it through another week, and we are getting ready to give one more week our full love, our full intention, and our full readiness to make the choices that are necessary to be made in order to create the outcomes that we wish to gain from this thing called life. That's what it's all about. It's a game that we're playing. This game of belief, this game of faith, this game of action, this game of application, this game of knowledge, this game of being able to really sit down and reflect and analyze on everything that you've ever experienced, from the first time someone said hi to you or the first time you opened your eyes. What did you see? How did you see it? When you were created in that beautiful womb space, what was that first sound you heard? What was the first feeling you felt? Was it the blood flowing through your system to give you life all throughout? Take a moment just to look and see if you have been doing the work. This game of life literally has the best coach ever. It has the best coach slash referee. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not really a big sports player, but coach, referee, owner, manager of the team, of our team of life is the universe, is source, is God, if you will, is that consciousness of all being. And this coach, this God, this universe, this source, this energy of life is always responding to whatever you feel with a yes. This is why I say it's the best coach ever, because it's always going to let you know that you can do anything you're thinking of. And so you must make sure that you are keeping your thoughts pure and good of those things in which you know you wish to attain. You then become the person who you are challenging. Your mind, your regular mind, and then your subconscious mind, which is really rooted in all of the ancient primitive waves of thought anyway, that are really thinking about, dang, what if this earthquake happens? How do I go into survival mode? We want to get out of just being in survival mode, and we want to start thriving. We want to start living. We want to start being our fullest self. So for me, in this last week, in this last month, in this last 6 months since we've started this year, I've been really being mindful about how I consume things and what things I'm choosing to consume. But then on top of the consumption, what steps of action am I taking in my change of life that I see for myself? Every time we're growing, there's something you're going to have to sacrifice, whether that be free time with your friends, whether that be, going to the movies every week, or something that's a habit of yours that doesn't really fuel the growth, the trajectory of where you're going, and reinstill something within yourself that is going to give you the gift of yes, and gives you the gift of knowingness. When we operate from a place of knowing what already is, we don't have to experience lack. But for many of us, we allow fear to trigger us into a spiral of disbelief. And this game that we're playing in life, this game of belief, this game of ability, this game of choices, we have to create a strong, firm belief maximized by our desire to push that into fruition in order to see anything that we think about come into life form the way in which we believe it to be. We have to take our subconscious mind out of this survival mode that is looking to just either run or kill or slash through anything that's coming to us, or even retreat into a space of just like, I am going to allow other things to tell me what I want to do, and allow my mind to be used by the forces outside of me to get me through the mazes to see if I can get the cheese. Or am I going to stop, take a moment, pause, and just be clear enough to understand that I am in control? And that though I may have experienced something that met me with some adversity, I can know that I can have that same experience and choose a different outcome based off of the knowledge I've gained from having that experience before. We have to operate on a higher level of being each and every day, and that choice comes from within you. Your soul, your spirit, it needs to be fed with things that are going to raise its vibrations. And after you feed it, you need to apply all of the action steps into getting that geared up into your system so it just becomes habit. So how do we apply these lessons? What do we do? How do you apply? So this week or this month, how have I been applying? And if you've been tuned in on my gram, I know you've been seeing me check in with you guys with the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. And I have been really enjoying this. Literally for the past 5 months, I would say like 4.5, 5 months, I was really like depressed. And I don't even know why I'm saying that because it has a word for it, but I was really in a saddened place that I didn't even know how to get myself out of. I would have moments of feeling good, but it wasn't really feeling great. I would have moments of feeling confused as to why I had even chosen the path that I have been on thus far. I was trying to understand if I was limiting myself based on the choices, or if I had the opportunity to still get greater gains based off of the new connections that I'm making and the new understandings of myself. Can I be fully myself? Have I accepted myself yet? All of these things going through my mind and just kind of pushing me into a space of disbelief in purpose. And that's why I say this game is crazy in belief and trust and faith and understanding and choices. Those action steps you take are the most important, because you can know what it means to feel good. You can know what it means to be peaceful. You can know what it means to be loved. You can know what it means to be kind to somebody else. But do you take the steps to do all of those things to others and onto yourself? There's habits I have. Habits I have when it comes to reacting to fear that don't allow me to be my full self when I'm in every environment, because I don't trust my whole self, or I realize I haven't allowed myself to trust myself because I still felt like I needed outside validation that was bigger than myself, when my biggest validation comes from within, because I am that of God, created in His divine image of what I am. Source created me so uniquely that it only responds to me with yes. So how could I give it a no? How could I feed myself a negative in order to think I would receive a positive? How could I feed myself a negative in order to think I would receive a positive? Think about that. How often do you feed yourself negatives and then want a positive outcome? It's not going to happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Choose a different outcome. And if you keep being hit by the same thing over and over again, it's because the universe is trying to teach you the lesson. Until you apply the knowledge, the lesson will continue to come up until you apply the knowledge. I've been thinking about love, man. I've been thinking about love so deeply, and it's probably because my birthday is coming up next week, June 28th, and love is who I am. And in many of the relationships that I've had with men, my love has almost always seemed to be too much. Because at the core of my being, at the core of my soul, at the core of my spirit, the only thing I do want to do, and the only way I want to interact, is through that of loving. And that loving comes unconditionally through support, which sometimes makes me want to lose myself in the love that I have for somebody else and push that forward. I understand now that I don't want to lose myself within the love for somebody else, but rather I want to have such a strong love within myself that the person who I decide to grow out this life with is able to tap into that loving energy, whether I am there or not. That the energy of my spirit, when we're connected and we choose to be with one another, is omnipresent in all forms. That reminders of me are within His own smile, within His own laughter, within His own chuckle, within His own sent. And reminders of him are within my own smile, within my own touch, within my own embrace, knowing that he is ever supporting all of the wildest imagining dreams that I am thinking of, all of the fantasies that come into my mind, and knowing that I am in ever support of him. Tapping in and connecting into our consciousness is on a level that is allowing our consciousnesses to be with each other when we're not physically in the same realm. You feel me? This is the level of love I believe that all human beings should have for one another. I believe that all living things do have for one another, but it's a choice for you to tap into that and know that it's true for you too. This love enables your deepest level of belief and truth and faith and trust and action into doing. This love is yours. You are divine in nature, thought, and being, so you have to choose and then take the steps, apply the actions into getting the results that you know you deserve. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, and the stars to me. And until next time.